Hello everyone, my name is Cherie. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 30. Today I am going to share with you my favorite movies of the decade. That is the 2010s. 2020 starts in just 2 days. So here are my favorite films. I'm going to put these in categories initially, and then I will give you my top 10 of the decade. So, starting with animation. These were my favorite films, and these are in alphabetical order. Coco, Frozen, Frozen 2, Inside Out, Isle of Dogs, Kubo and the Two Strings, Moana, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4. My next list is live-action superhero films. Aquaman, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Logan, Thor Ragnarok, and Wonder Woman. And now the films that do not fall into the animation or superhero category. Beasts of the Southern Wild, Booksmart, Crazy Rich Asians, Ex Machina, Get Out, Knives Out, The Social Network, Spotlight, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and Whiplash. Now, before I announce my top 10, I want to go through my honorable mentions. And those are 6 movies. And the first one is BlacKkKlansman. I thought it was fun and funny, and I was so excited that Spike Lee finally got an Oscar. It was for Best Adapted Screenplay. So that was just lovely to watch. I also felt that that was the best film of last year. Had I been a voting member of the Academy, I would have voted for BlacKkKlansman. The second movie is Brave. I love Scotland, and I really enjoyed this movie. But I'm very tired of the woman must fight against society's expectations of her getting married trope. It's just done so often, and especially in Disney films. Marriage is not the only obstacle that a woman can fight against in a film. So let's start getting some new ideas going here. I just saw the preview for the live action Mulan, and it's the same thing. That's the main obstacle. So no, just stop it. Okay, and Edge of Tomorrow. Some people call it Live, Die, Repeat, which I think would have been a much better title and maybe would have got more people to the theaters. I don't know. I am not a huge Tom Cruise fan. I mean, he always does a fine job acting, but I've never just been really drawn to him as an actor. But Live, Die, Repeat was really funny, and it was really good. So yeah, I mean, I would totally watch that one again. Searching. Searching takes place in San Jose and the Silicon Valley area, which is where I'm from. And I just loved it. I loved how the main protagonist was Asian. I loved how they did the whole movie from cameras, whether it was a phone camera or a computer camera or security cameras or newscaster cameras. I just really enjoyed the way Searching was structured. If you haven't seen Searching, see Searching. My next one is Sing Street. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. It was a blast from the past, as far as the 80s when they were just beginning and music videos were just getting out there, and just the excitement of that era. And it's about this young kid who wants to attract this girl's attention, so he joins a band and they cast her as the lead in the music video, and it was charming. It was really wonderful. And then finally, Skyfall. I am not the huge James Bond fan. I don't think I've even seen every James Bond film. You know, I see them because they're ubiquitous, but, you know, it's not like, ooh, a new James Bond is out, I gotta go see it. But Skyfall was really good. And it resonated more with me. I use that a lot, but I mean, that's just kind of a good term, you know, whether something resonates with you or not, whether a work of art resonates or not. So I would definitely watch Skyfall again. All right, and now here are my top 10 movies of the decade. And these are all movies that I would own. I actually do own 2 of them already. But these are movies I would watch over and over, and they just, I thought were absolutely fantastic. Number 10, Beasts of the Southern Wild. I know most of you watching this have not seen that movie. Do yourself a favor, go out and see that movie. It is just, it's heartbreaking, it's heartwarming, it's fantastical. It's just a wonderful film. That's all I'm going to say about it. Number 9, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I was a big fan of this writer-director when he made In Bruges. And it's a character piece. It's a morality piece. It's just really fantastic. Kubo and the Two Strings. This was a Japanese animated film, and, you know, honestly, I saw it a long time ago. I don't even remember if it's in Japanese or if it's in English. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's a great story. Just wonderful. Go see Kubo and the Two Strings. Crazy Rich Asians. So fun. And I love seeing a whole cast of characters that looks different from me. You know, movies get a little boring when everyone looks just like you. So I just loved Crazy Rich Asians, and you probably have seen it because it made gazillion bucks and it was a big film this year. And the next one, and this is the third in a row of Asian movies, Isle of Dogs. That was an animated film, stylish in its own way. It was just wonderful. I loved Isle of Dogs. All right, and now this is another animated film, and we are going from Japan to Mexico. Coco. Ah, heartbreaking, heartbreaking. Lovely, beautiful, gorgeous. This animation was just so wonderful. You've seen Coco, right? If you haven't, go see it. And then number 4, Booksmart. This was in my favorite films of 2019. I just read Barack Obama's favorite films of 2019, which included Booksmart as well. And this is just, okay, it's a raunchy comedy. A raunchy coming-of-age comedy, but so funny and such a fresh take on the genre. Directed by Olivia Wilde, 2 female protagonists. Just a romp, a fun romp. Just, loved it so much. I saw it twice in the theater, and I definitely want to own it. Number 3, Whiplash. Okay, Whiplash. I liked Whiplash better than La La Land. Same writer-director. And it was, I think the intensity and the relationship between teachers and students has always fascinated me, and I kind of weave those kinds of tells into my stories as well. And it was wonderful. And I love jazz. You don't have to love jazz to see it, but it spoke to me. Whiplash was a fantastic film. Number 2. Okay, down to my top 2. I had a hard time. I flip-flopped these around a few times. And so, you know what? I would almost like to say they're both number 1. They both hit me on different levels for different reasons. But I have number 2, Get Out. And when I was living in LA, I lived in LA from the end of 2016 to the end of 2017. And I lived in Hollywood proper, and my job was in West Hollywood. And I walked. It was just a little over a mile. So as I was walking to and from work, at one point I noticed these billboards popping up. And it was of these nice homes in this like suburb area. And the billboard said, if you don't live in this neighborhood, get out. It was really weird. And I'm like, what? What is this? And those were promos for the movie Get Out. And just this wonderful thing about class and race and horror and experimentation, scientific experimentation. It is definitely a Rosemary's Baby, Stepford Wives inspired film. And, I love both those films. So, kudos. I mean, this was just a great movie. It should have won Best Picture the year it was up for Best Picture. I'm glad it got Best Original Screenplay, but that's the one that's going to stand the test of time that people are going to keep talking about. Anyway, and number 1, The Social Network by David Fincher, one of my absolute favorite directors. It's the founding of Facebook. It's so of this time. It's of the area I live in. It's so well done. It's like, if you haven't seen The Social Network, please go see The Social Network. I don't have a Facebook page, but I love The Social Network. So I actually own Get Out and The Social Network. Those are the 2 out of my top 10 I already own. All the other ones are on my list of movies I would like to own on DVD. So anyway, that's it for the decade. I hope that you had a great decade, and I would love to know what your favorite films of the 2010s are. So please write those in the comments below. And as always, I will see you in the next video.